that could be their stuff or their technology when their dean says destroy it all. That's what they do. They destroy the notes. They destroy the face because it's not theirs. They disrespect it. If that is theirs and it was out there, they would be out there. You know what I'm saying? Still doing all that shit right now. You see what I'm saying? If it was if the people that's down there now, the Mongolians is down there now, if those pyramids was theirs, why aren't they living in that inhabited right now and
You just
enjoying?
said a key word. You said Mongolians, right? Do you know the what Genghis Khan was?
I don't know what war it was, but
This
there's been times where they've sent
this is important to know though.
get them.
Remember, I said 60% of all of the males Y chromosome come from Genghis
Oh,
Khan. That's active. That even include over here. They got a map. You can pull up a Genghis Khan's Y chromosome map, and they'll show you percentage of his seed in every land. That means that he was either marrying people from them lands or he sent children out into them lands to marry people, sons
right.
specifically.
And both.
Because you have to, because he's only spreading his Y chromosome, right? This is he's a major figure in the Earth's history. They said he had over 5,000 children, right? He had more than that because they didn't count children by concubines and maidservants. They only counted the ones by harem wives with tenure. They didn't count them other little brats, but they still got his genes,
Facts.
right? So now when we're looking at the Y chromosomes across the land, we're looking at how it's spread, right? Then it starts to click. We begin to see it clearer. They told us the story in reverse because they told us that if you go look at the history of the Romans and who they was fighting, they fought Ottomans during the Turkish uprising, right? And the establishment of Turkey. They fighting with Rome. That's who their enemy was. The Northeast Africa is was all part of Ethiopia. What we call today Iraq, Iran, Syria, Pakistan, all the way into India. India was what they call East Ethiopia. It's just like Florida is the east land of flowers, Louisiana is the western land of flowers. By the way, Chief Warhorse dropped a major video. Y'all gotta see it, share it on her channel. She declared victory for the China Nation. And if she declare victory, that means all chiefs across the land can celebrate her victory and declare victory following her lead.
I say.
She also separated herself from New Orleans by paperwork because the China Nation had dual citizenship. She is the certified seven in the line blood chief, right? So when she giving this, she's doing for her tribe, but if it's righteous and it's successful, we all get to use it.
I say.
So if she declare victory, we all could declare victory. But you have to know what she's telling you in the video because she's not just declaring victory in vain. The victory is supported by the members of the local government and the old fallen federal government. They acknowledged her heritable right tracing back, I think they said 12,000 years. They acknowledged it through the government, which also is the leverage up to Empress Verdiasi's claim. So now you got two tribal mothers with tenure and fighting for their tribe. Tried, tested, and proven, and the enemy that admitted that these sisters was right. Now all tribal leaders that's understanding of what's going on can use that. Now, what are we supposed to do? All we supposed to do as the Braves, the membership of the clan, is to share it, share it, share it, share it, and share it, and get other people to understand what it means to the tribes. F what it means to the community at large. We don't care about their feelings. They didn't care about ours. We don't care if they get stepped on. We have to get back to what's ours. And what's ours is, as Elijah Muhammad say, be your own, accept your own, and be yourself. Right? And we don't have to negotiate, debate, and try to convince non-tribal members or supporters of our position. They gonna see in their eyes when it all play out. As Tupac say, all eyes on me, I say y'all eyes gonna see. When we understand what's taking place, right? Because most of us don't get it. We think we get it, and we still trying to prove the fraud. That stuff is right now. We done proving
Facts.
everything. We didn't prove it.
Facts.
We didn't show you where the lying liars signed the names to the lies that they told. We showed you why they confessed that they was telling the lie, trying to cover up a piece of the truth. This is why she talking about the situation with Andrew Jackson in the video, right? Andrew Jackson was instrumental in the Dawes role and the Trail of Tears directly. His name, because he had handlers, but his name carried that dirt, right? So the tribes that fought the system in the system kept the paper trail for the ones that was fighting the system outside the system that was classified by the system as the criminal element. You become the criminal element when you're not part of the invading force that's invading your farm. The invader got to declare you as the hostile in order to trick your tribesmen into believing that they doing what the rest of the tribes want them to do when they ain't got nothing to do with us. So they came in with their old Mutt and Jeff routine, good cop, bad cop. They send the good guys in that look like us, which was really the bad guys. And then they sent the bad guys in that didn't look like us, which was really just the pawns. We begin to believe, because the pawns kept the history in the forefront, that the pawns was the power players. We ain't ever seen the pawn be the power player on the chessboard.
When it becomes queen or hits the other side of the board,
I mean, he got to cross the finish line, then
gotta
he can
cross the
come
finish.
back for everybody
Yes, sir.
else. But when he come across that finish line, he got the option to become whatever player on the board is needed in order to help the rest of them get across the finish
I
line.
say chess.
Okay, now, King Arthur's sword. You remember that story? Okay. If you pull up the image of King Arthur's sword sticking out of the rock, it's at an angle. If you look at the cross in the stone called Mount Calvary, right? A lot of the churches have the same slant to the cross. The cross is a sword of war in the ground because the war was waged against the great mother of the earth. That great dragon we call Tiamat. Tiamat is actually the Kundalini energy that encompasses the world as the great serpent, the serpent energy, that serpentine fire, right? Earth, wind, and fire. What's missing?
Water,
Earth, wind, and fire. What's missing?
water,
There's two elements missing.
water, and Well, I know water off top. What's the next one?
Ether.
Ether.
Okay. The ether is the chemical composition of accumulated love energy, referred to as or energy. In the or energy, Dr. Delbert Blair reference, go check him out talking about the or energy, is the original energy extracted from what's known as the primordial noon or the sacred waters of the womb of creation. Right? The human being reenact the holy drama in order to change power from the unworthy to the worthy. Right? So the great Tiamat, that great beast, the Kundalini of the earth, is going to tag, right? It's a game of tag now with all of the divine matriarchs, all the way till you get to the one who holds the blood right to sit on the sacerdotal seat of the earth as the acting and reigning Isis. A lot of sisters be frustrated because they think that they ISIS due to the Sybil effect. But they works and they deeds don't open the path according to the quantum of blood and mitochondrial positioning of the clans to seek them. That don't mean they're not great women. Everybody want to be the one until the one show themselves, and now everybody envious because they thought they was gonna be the one,
I see.
right? So if you when you understand the old culture and the old ways, a lot of this modern stuff just fall off like a snake shedding the skin.
Yo, I'm about to hit you. Like I said, you really just jumped on my paper, and I was like about to ask you half of this stuff. Just to let you know, we will be taking questions. I don't want to cut him while he's like dropping it on us because sometimes you don't want to miss it. So we will take your questions in a minute because there's some people in the comments that I do want to address. But everything you just said was spot on. Even when it gets to the serpent aspect of it, when somebody said something about the idol thing, the funny thing about it is the Nagu, the Naga. Nagu is one of these Olmec heads. Also, when it starts breaking down verses of the Jaguar elite status, that's the status of it, right? And no, it's not idol worship per se. It's literally telling you what these people were doing. So you
Hey,
can't be like prove it, and then when it proves it, they be like, it was now it's idols. No, this was how we communicated, and this is how we've always communicated.
listen,
So, and check this out. You spoke on the serpent, John 3:4, Luke 3. This is several times in the Bible when God told Moses that he sent the dragon down here to punish the non-believer, and then told Moses to create a bronze serpent, and he said to cure you, you can touch this bronze serpent. So this is in your game is to divide us and keep us from even learning. They think that you worshiping the idol because you learned about something. How can I tell you the truth? We learned we learn the shit they taught us in the Quran. We learned the shit they taught
listen.
us in the Bible. So why not learn what they talking about? You see what I'm saying?
No,
And once you learn that the language that they're using is actually from a Twa. They got Twa civilization down there. The Twa people are not just also a Congo Bantu languages, and this is under the sound information of Cloud Winters. He's the author. Cloud Winters he's a good brother. I want to see if I can get y'all up there together because you and Cloud would kill that. And I also want to do a little honorable mention real quick before we get back started. Please check out Vicky Dillard and Dr. Pewitt because they giving us a lot of information on a lot of different things too.
no,
So, but
Vicky,
yeah,
both of them, my girl. I
I know,
love both of them.
I know it. I just had to throw it out there because it's not enough of us putting information out there. It's not. We got a lot of people right now that want the spot so bad they'll resort to the same tactics, the same weird tactics that let's start beef in the community. Let's start drama in the community, and we ain't got to do that. Let your talent speak. Let your work speak for yourself because if we saying that this is what we are, they're telling you one who is the supporter of the mystic order, obedient to the law. The law said we got to conduct ourselves a little bit better than we're doing instead of talking like you got these little weird dudes out here talking bad about Rashid Jamal. He falling. Hadith say you don't never kick a man while he's down. You don't never talk against your brother while he messed up. You got people talking down against
Hey,
Bobby Hemmett, and it's
listen, hold on,
weird.
hold on, hold on, hold on. So pump the brakes. When you are in the position to kick somebody, you gotta remember when you gonna kick somebody while they down, it's a good chance you're gonna slip, fall, and bust your own ass. Right? You gotta always remember, Bookman, you always been overprotective of Tucson. Anybody say something about him gonna automatically stir your ires because you have to be triggered emotionally for the resurgence of the Haitian revolutionary return, which is going to become the Haitian or Haiti evolutionary return. Y'all turning the energy around. He need opposition right now. He don't want it, but he need it. Why do he need it? He's breaking from under the control of the government war with the French on the Louisiana territory. He needs somebody to beat him in public to draw the attention back to him.
I say
And everything that look like it ain't for you don't mean you can't benefit from it.
facts.
I'm watching what's playing out, so I'm not saying that because
Yeah,
I understand the game, right? And if you are falsely accusing somebody from a place of ignorance, the only thing that you need to have in order for you to serve is the energy of love. If you're doing it from a place of love, whether it's for somebody you love or principle you stand on or a value you hold dear, long as you're doing it out of love, you can be misguided. That's part of life, right? You are not punished for what you do out of love. You only punished for what you do out of hate, envy, and deceit. Anything you do out of love, nature's going to find a way to use it for the greatest good of the collective.
I say
And a lot of the warriors don't know where to fight at because our enemy is hidden in plain sight. And then when we start realizing that the enemy look like us, but they ain't us, make us become suspicious of us.
man, man, look,
But if you know how to read tribal war dance, where sometimes you have to get flogged to bring attention to your plight. And just because you getting flogged, it don't mean you was wrong. And it don't mean you was right.
I say
But it mean that you was necessary for the moment to get this flogging so these people can understand that your situation, when they look into it, it ain't what other people think.
and I
Then they start seeing the whole setup when they go back and look at what's already in the public domain.
I say for real, if we gonna be about order and obedient, like all this other stuff, we can't be hypocrites. If we saying that you're standing on those Morse principles or any of those principles that we say, you can't be a hypocrite at all. And the hypocrite part is bless gospel of Barnabas. Blessed is he who learned how to walk by watching somebody else fall. Blessed is he who learned how to walk by watching somebody else fall, not kicking right down or backbite, because those are things that in Sharia or in the Sharia you could be punished by, right? So when you speak on master teachers, when you speak on certain people, and to make like right now, people are getting paid for views, so they'll say anything. But it's so much intelligent shit to talk about. It's so much shit you could be fighting against or fighting for than to put further kick down your brother. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you see that this is the year of the serpent, like Jesus said
Okay.
rise that serpent.
It's the year of the serpent, right? Serpent is a symbol for wisdom.
Yeah,
In the age of Aquarius, would all things be made known, right? We leave in the age of illusion, which was the age of believe it because somebody said it, don't check it out.
I see.
Don't be, look, if you don't got no opposition, you're going the wrong way. And sometimes your brother got to trip you to keep you from going the wrong way because you don't want to listen.
Mm.
But the obstacle is the way. If you go in the right way, you're going to experience some pushback. If you the enemy not gonna never stop you when he know you going the wrong
I
way.
say.
So if you going the right way, he gonna put every obstacle in your path, and sometimes he gonna use the ones closest to you to do it. It's your noble nature that's gonna override the negative thrown at you, and that's how you gonna come out on that golden horse of truth.
I say.
Let, let a motherfucker throw stones at your house. Just hope he don't live in the glass one,
I say.
right? Because everybody that throws stones gonna get stones thrown back. And if you don't believe me, ask Angel Bay.
I say.
And, and the people that thought they broke in and had their feet up on your couch, figured they was just gonna move in. This is eviction time. So remember, you gotta have a series of events that paves your path back home in order for you to complete your mission. Your mission not complete till you get back home. Let that sink in,
I say.
right? Once you get back home, now you can deal with everything from a place of comfort and perspective now. You don't know that you have opposition in your circle until you in a condition or position where the opposition shows its head, right? We watch leaders rise, but we don't never see the people closest to them as they saboteurs. We see them as their support system, and their support system got what's called a weak beam. It's an infiltrator in there,
I say.
right? So go back to why Farrakhan did not stop Wallace Muhammad from decentralizing the Nation of Islam before he come back several years later and start to rebuild it. Why he ain't stop him? Why he ain't just pick up and be like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but we not finna decentralize nothing. Because they would have listened to him back then, but there was a problem. He had to get the infiltrators out.
I say.
And
And it's all.
then rebuild the whole nation back to its original glory, minus the infiltrators. And if they in there,